What is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Your guys, Cody and Derek here for another one, guys. Anthony Richardson, Colts quarterback, was on the Pat McAfee show earlier on Monday. The time this is dropped, this may be on the same day or the day after. Not entirely sure yet, guys. But regardless, as of recent, Pat McAfee had Anthony Richardson on, and so we kind of wanted to react today to that interview that he had, that conversation that he had with Richardson, and kind of give our thoughts afterwards. So without further ado, let's jump into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, last year was a top 5 pick. He only got to play 5 games for the Indianapolis Colts. Out of Florida, a superstar Colts quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
Big son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's huge. Look at the
How's
thighs.
it going?
Look at his thighs.
Jeez Louise.
Look at the size on this guy.
This guy's huge. He's 8 feet tall.
Look at the ass on this guy.
Good Lord.
Jesus.
All right.
They said you got bigger this season. Do you agree with
Yeah,
that?
a little bit.
How much? Where are you at right now?
Like 250, 255.
If you scoot up close, you don't have to bend down to it.
Cool.
255 pounds?
Yep.
Is that on purpose because of the hits last year and everything like that?
Nah, not really. Just me just being big.
Okay. What'd you weigh last year?
250.
Okay, so we're in the ballpark.
Yeah, about the same.
You were so explosive last year. Field Yates put out a tweet this morning about how you only played 5 games, but you were still like top 10 or something in fantasy points. Yeah, here it is. Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson played a total of 12 quarters last season. He still scored the 15th most fantasy points as a rusher by QB in all of 2023. So much upside in 2024. Yeah, I'd say. And we got to watch it all. As explosive and as electrifying as you were, obviously it all ended so damn soon.
Yeah.
When you're starting the season last year, obviously dream come true, here we go, everything's working out. Is that where your mindset is? Or those first couple games, if you go back, what was the attitude like as you were starting your NFL career?
Man, my first few games, I was just like, hey, just don't mess up. Just go out there and play, go out there and ball out, and just be me. Don't be nervous because it's the NFL, and I was just out there having fun.
And you score, I think you were the first rookie maybe to score a passing and running touchdown in like your first 3 games.
Yes.
Something like you were just breaking records. You had the coolest spike.
Oh.
Yeah.
The spin move spike.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how that came about. It just happened.
Then you were fucking around. You start doing something else. I'm like, yo, you got it. This is the one here. And then obviously the injury comes.
Yeah.
And then decision to get the surgery on your shoulder. Do you feel like it's a restart of a rookie year again because you didn't get to play that much? Are you going to be able to take stuff from those first 5 games? Where are you at whenever it comes to that whole process?
I really feel like my rookie season was my rookie season. I played a little bit. I got the feel out there on the field. But this year, I don't really see it as a restart. It's just do better than I did last year.
Have a better understanding of Shane Steichen's offense after getting to watch it too? Watch somebody else like Gardner Minshew?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then even in practice now, it's like way better than it was last year. Like even just me thinking about the plays and just being out there with the guys is way better.
How's the shoulder feel whenever you're spinning? We're seeing highlights of you to AD that look amazing.
Man.
No, it feels good. It feels normal. I'm just trying to keep it working.
Okay, so how long was the recovery before you could throw the ball again? Are you 100% right now?
Just about. I want to say 100. I probably say like 95. It's still some rust I got to shake off, but it took me like 4 months maybe just to start throwing again. They said it was going to take like 8, but
No big deal.
Science, dude.
Yeah.
And you.
Yeah, right.
And you, obviously. A big part of that. Science only works as much as the guy does. The hits that you were taking.
Yeah.
A lot of conversation around like Shane Steichen's going to have to change the way you play.
Definitely.
But then there's a lot of, okay, so you feel that way as well.
Well, nah. I don't feel like there's anything I should change. Some of the stuff that happened, it just happened. It's football, it's a physical sport, so it's going to happen. But everybody thinks I'm just out there being a maniac, just getting hit, but I'm not. It's just the injuries that happen, they just happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Is there any conversations with Shane about like, hey, here's one we don't need to take maybe. Here's one that obviously the reason why we draft you so high is because you're the only human on earth that can do this. Like, how do you balance that?
I mean, yeah, all the time. We watch film. He's like, okay, right here, this was smart. You got out of bounds. You got down right here. That was smart. And then it's like sometimes it's like, okay, cool. You might have to get extra yards sometimes, but it's just a matter of knowing when to do it and when not to do it.
As somebody that was a season ticket holder before you got here, I just want to let you know, every time you're on the field is electrifying.
Yeah.
The buzz, you felt it right in the stadium.
Yeah.
There's a buzz that every time you take a snap, there's a chance we're scoring a touchdown here, and then boom, that
There it is.
Oh,
Keep
baby.
that one.
with how high you jump
yeah.
too, with how fast you are, and how strong your arm is. It's like a Gronk spike. With a vert, it's like it's a dunk contest. It is an actual dunk contest that you can't dunk on the upright anymore, which is kind of bullshit now that we think about it. But every time you had the ball, it was electrifying. As Robert Mathis smiles along in the back of that particular highlight, it's still going to remain that way, I assume, in this Shane offense. Are you able to take the next step? Do you feel like the offense is taking the next step? Shane's taking offense.
For sure, we're putting new stuff in. Because I'm a lot more comfortable with the offense now. A lot more comfortable with the guys. Then just Shane and I were meeting every morning, just talking about the offense. So I'm feeling real good about it.
D-But's got a question for you.
Yeah, are there any other OGs, I guess quarterbacks, other quarterbacks around the league that you've been in contact with, just, kind of, I guess, laying some things out for you? And then you mentioned, obviously, being around Shane, his coaching style, being more comfortable with the guys, bringing AD in, re-signing Pitt. Josh Downs, loved him as a rookie. I know y'all had a small little stint together there, but any other quarterbacks that you've been able to lean on as far as, what some things not to do and to do on the field?
Surprisingly, I talked to Teddy B one time. He gave me some great advice. He said everybody's journey is their own journey. I was asking him for some advice just to see how, to get my NFL career started. He was like, man, it's yours. It's your career, so it's going to be different than mine. So just live it up every day. And that was the main thing I took from it. And then all the guys, like, the relationship we're building now in the locker room is phenomenal. So I'm just excited to see what we're going to do on the field.
It can get a little bit isolated whenever you're recovering and rehabbing from an injury and watching somebody. Yeah, it was tough, I assume.
Yeah, it was so many times I was in the building just watching the guys practice and stuff, and I'm just crying because I'm like, I love football and I'm not able to play football right now. So that was something I had to deal with. But I started taking a different dive into different things. I started diving into my faith a lot more. So. That got me through it, and now I'm back here.
Okay, change perspective on football as a whole whenever it's not, something you're able to do every single day easily?
Yeah, see, when I'm out there, I'm able to do what I do. I love it. But when I'm just sitting on the sideline having to watch people do what I love to do, I hate it.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bad thing, but it's for me as a fan.
Yes.
It's great to hear. That is a good thing. Tone's got a question for you.
Yeah, you talked to D-Bud about talking to Teddy. How awesome was it, Gardner last year, who's been in the league for a long time, and now they bring in Joe Flacco, who's been, I don't know, I think Joe might be
20?
40 now.
Yeah, 20 years.
20 years or something like that. How awesome was it to have, a couple different guys who've been in the league for a while just to maybe bounce questions off, stuff like that?
That was amazing. The crazy thing about Gardner, we trained in the same place when I was at UF. He was training with Denny when I was training with Denny, so I kind of got to watch him throw a little bit, and it was like, he's an interesting guy. And once I got to Indy and saw him, I'm like, okay, yeah, he definitely is a cool, interesting guy. But him just learning some different stuff from him. He's a smart guy, so I tried to implement that in my type of style of play and in my type of study, just watching him last year. And then now having Joe, it's like, man, that's a legend right there, and I get to sit next to him in the locker room and just ask questions. It's amazing.
Hey, you two, have we
had one yet?
Like a throw off?
Yeah.
Nah, but Joe's spinning it. He's spinning it for sure.
That's what he's been known for. He came out of college and was like, this guy could throw a football further than everybody else.
He's spinning it. Sometimes we're throwing deep balls in practice, and I'm like, all right, now I really got to throw it.
Yeah, put a little heat on you.
Yeah,
he's 50 years old too, AR. Come on. Ty's got a question for you.
With the way last year started when you first got here and all the uncertainty, people saying how you didn't play as much as a lot of other guys at Florida, and then there was the whole JT thing with his contract, which obviously got sorted away. Pitt obviously gets signed, and then kind of the rise of the Texans and CJ Stroud and all that stuff in the division. Does it feel like going into this year with being more comfortable, having a year under your belt, everything's kind of in place, and you feel like you guys are, I don't want to say being slept on, but with how the Texans are being looked at, does it feel like you guys are kind of right where you want to be right now going into the year?
Oh yeah, definitely. Everybody doesn't know it, but we know we got a squad. We know we got some guys on our team. We know everybody else is loading up and getting guys on their team, but we already got dogs on our team. We know what we gonna do. So only time can tell what's gonna happen. So.
How's AD?
Nah, he's legit. He's legit.
That's what I heard. I heard people were like, hey, AD, real deal.
Yeah,
and I was like, AD? Who's AD?
Nah, he's nice.
You guys got Aaron Donald on the team?
That's what I said. I thought somebody was saying AR's name wrong. Yeah. They were like, hey, AD's legit. So good.
And he is, though.
And I'm like, who the hell is
We saw him. I think every game we were on the field. I think 3 games he scored. Every game big plays.
Yeah, he's called AD. Great name. I mean, Aaron Donald just retired. Sure. So I mean, it's time for AD to come in there. Fast, quick, works hard, from what I've been told. And we signed everybody back from the defensive side. How do you feel about the locker room? You said you love where the locker room is.
No, I love it. You know, we didn't really lose anybody. You know, so the relationships are still there, and they're just constantly building.
What do you guys do in there? We play cards? We do basketball?
So we have a mini little pop-up shot in there, you know, shoot some hoops a little bit.
How are you? You pretty good?
Oh, I'm always shooting in there. Like,
you're better than everybody?
Just about.
I seen some hooping highlights. We had a guy come on a few weeks ago, Austin Rivers, talking about 30 basketball players. What would you think you play in the NBA if you focused the basketball?
Oh man, I could definitely be in the NBA.
Hell yeah.
Full off season, how many you averaging? You went in next.
I'll probably say 11.
11, okay.
Yeah.
And playing defense, though, we're locking down.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Defense, we're locking down. Smacking the floor.
Yeah, all of that.
Doing the whole thing.
Oh, probably not smacking the floor because that's bad luck. You get crossed like that.
No, you smack the floor, you let them know.
Nah.
Yeah, that's what you do. You let the other team know, hey,
That's the point.
I'm not getting crossed. You got to smack twice, maybe. What are we doing? I didn't know that changed. Connor's got a question for you.
Yeah, our Pat and Debo talk about all the time. Like after your rookie year, like that kind of becomes your first off season. Like obviously you go through all the combine stuff and then the draft stuff and then rookie camp and all that. What have you done in your off time? Do you fish? Do you play video games? Or has the off season been kind of weird because you still have to rehab and do all those things as well?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My off season has been the same as it's always been. Just training and just getting right. My injury kind of took away my off season a little bit, but I'm not mad at it. I love training, I love grinding, and that's what I do. So it's just a normal off season for me again.
You feel better than you were last year, like football-wise? You feel like, because I think the thing coming out of college was you didn't get to play in as many games in Florida. So this rookie year was such a big deal because we're getting a lot of football reps. Here, we need more football reps.
Yeah.
Obviously, that gets cut off. Feel like you're, I don't want to say more mature, but definitely football-wise more mature?
Yeah, for sure. Know a lot more. I feel just like I'm settled in the NFL now instead of trying to make a name for myself or whatever. I feel like people know about me and I just got to keep doing what I'm doing.
New back tats, sweet.
Oh, yeah, appreciate that.
Diesel.
Appreciate it.
Sweet.
Appreciate it.
How long did that take?
Like 7 hours.
Did you do the sleep?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm doing that as well.
See, people aren't going to like the fact that I went to sleep, but I've been getting tattoos since I was 13, so I've did my time in getting
early start.
going through pain.
Here's that's my wife has a bunch of tats. Yeah. She's very pissed that I'm getting a full sleeve overnight while I'm getting knocked out. That tat looks
How many artists was it?
I think it was 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say because 7 hours for that is definitely more than one.
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Well, look, you're standing there. You're awake.
For that part, not that part though.
Yeah, that's smart. Oh, there's the drip.
Yeah, there we go.
Max Crosby.
Out of there.
Yeah. Did you see Max's and say, you know what? Give me something
That's
similar.
sweet.
That is awesome.
Unbelievable.
Are we leaving room for a Lombardi on there? When's when we win the Super Bowl here in Indianapolis?
I got space right here.
Okay, yeah. Leave that.
Yeah.
That's smart. I see the 2 thigh tats. They're sweet.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that.
You say you've been getting tats since you're 13 years old?
13 years old.
What was the first one?
Prayer hands on my shoulder.
Nice. We got that done in
Miami. My uncle did it.
In the kitchen?
Nah, like in the living room.
In the living room. Yeah. We just heat up some stuff. Go ahead and put it on there. Is he an actual tattoo
He's an
artist?
actual artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have actual tattoo artist tattoos since you're 13 years old? Yeah. Okay. Guy's tough.
Yeah.
Not just like makeup tattoos, like actual artists.
Did you do Liatu's tattoo or?
Yeah, did you send him
How'd
down
you feel
there?
about that tattoo?
No, I like it. I'm kind of jealous though. He got it before me, but
Well, I mean, the first couple shots of it, I wouldn't be too jealous. People
Whoa.
Look.
Looks a lot better now.
Yeah, the first couple shots of it didn't look good. It does look good now.
Yeah.
But let's just say the initial reaction was not too positive.
A lot of people are cooking it. I did not like that.
I mean, I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm welcome to the team.
For the shoe, baby.
How is the rookie class?
No, they're good. Everybody's in there learning. They kind of hate the rookie academy stuff, but
What's the rookie academy? I don't think I know.
I had to go through it last year, but you in the building super early. You do everything that the vets do. Then boom, after practice and stuff, the vets are done. The vets can rehab, do whatever. But rookies, mandatory meetings, and then you have to like, learn some financial stuff, and they're like, you keep hearing it.
Yeah, these are good things. Yeah,
but you need it though.
Yeah, it sucks that you're forced into it though. Like I got arrested my second year. So, rookie academy could have told me whatever, and it wouldn't have got through. So that's 100% on me. I'm happy to hear that the Colts though. Is that NFL wide? Is that?
I think it is NFL wide, but I know for a fact we do it every year.
Okay, DTs are the one in charge of this whole thing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the city of Indianapolis? Have you enjoyed?
I love Nap. Shout out to the Pacers. Shout out to the Fever. I got to make it to a Fever game, actually.
We got tickets for you if you need it. Literally, this week, if there's any home games, you can go because we'll be in North Carolina. But you, Tyrese Halliburton, Caitlin Clark, feels like a pretty good young group of stars here in Indianapolis.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. They're stars. I'm on the up and up right now. Yeah.
I liked hearing that.
Yeah.
They don't have a spin move.
No, they don't have a cool spike.
They don't have a cool spike. No. All right, well, let's stay healthy this year, all right?
Yeah.
Let's stay healthy. Let's go get it. We appreciate you stopping by. Any hobbies? Basketball?
Rap.
You rap?
Oh,
yeah, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. Just a little bit.
Have I heard that song?
Yes.
There was an Instagram story you posted. You were wearing shorts and cowboy boots. I don't know if it was...
I thought it was in Gainesville. It was like a gas station.
Yeah, it was...
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Might have been here.
Might have been in Indy, yeah.
You rap. So we are currently rapping, not rap in the past. We are currently rapping, creating songs right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like on my spare time though, like
in your notes
just
section.
for fun.
Nah, like actually in the studio with the mic rapping.
From notes section to.
I mean, sometimes it's freestyle, but I'm not gonna freestyle right now.
No. Wouldn't put you on the spot. Wouldn't put you on the spot. Super cool handshake.
See, everybody always looking at this video, but that's not even my best verse.
Okay, so we should not judge you off of this.
Yeah, no.
People love this though. You look super cool.
Yeah,
and handshakes are sweet.
Yeah.
You gotta. Hey, you were part of NIL. Yeah, in college.
Just a little bit when it first started.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I heard $13.5 million offers out of Florida.
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
Not for me though.
He's suing now.
Yeah,
not for him.
Not for anybody. Yeah, I don't think.
Coach Billy.
I don't think for anybody. So you think you've been able to handle the business size better because of the NIL stuff? How's family? Everything like that?
Family's great.
Yeah, I got a chance to meet.
The fam is enjoying it. The fam loves Indy just as much as I do, probably even more than I do. But the business side of the NFL, I don't think is much different than NIL necessarily. So I'm used to it.
Yeah, when your contract comes up, it'll be a whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, hopefully not. Hopefully it's just a very easy deal to get done. I remember is that your brother?
Yeah.
Is
one of my bros?
Who's your younger brother that sound like a 50-year-old on you?
Yeah.
No, he's not. I'm not even sure where he is right now.
How old is he?
14.
Oh,
14, yeah.
Yeah.
And he sounded like he was 50 years. That stole the.
went super viral.
Right, okay. Well, we would like to draft him too, if we could potentially do that.
His voice is deeper than mine.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You have very deep voices. You smoke cigs?
Nah, never.
Never?
Never smoke cigs.
Not even one?
One cigarette?
I mean, you should think about it.
You're at the University of Florida. You didn't run into one cig?
Not one ciggy?
2:33 a.m.
Really?
Accidental? Yeah, I guess. You know?
Sure.
I'm good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, I gotta stay away from it.
Do we drink any celebratory cocktails?
I like wine.
Wine.
Ooh.
Okay, sophisticated. Red or white?
I like red.
Okay.
But
Nice full-bodied red.
So plain.
it depends. I really like the sweet wine.
Yeah.
It just nice little taste.
Tastes good.
Yeah.
What about food? We on a crazy diet? Or are we able to eat whatever because we're young and we're 255 pounds and can jump 40 inches?
Right.
Just about both. Yeah. Like I'm a picky eater now, so I don't really eat as crazy as I used to, but I used to eat everything.
Do you have a chef or?
Nah.
No. Yeah, not yet. Smart. There'll come a time though where you'll be forced to do it. It'll be a full thing. You're a starting quarterback in the NFL. You got to have a chef.
Have to.
Got to have a nutritionist. Got to do that entire thing. We're staying hydrated. Obviously, we feel good.
Yeah.
House and waters.
Yeah.
Gatorades.
All the time.
Zero or regular Gatorade?
Both.
Okay. How about leadership? We talk a lot in the building. You talk a lot.
A little bit.
It's tough for a rookie.
Like I'm not really a talkative person, but I'll speak up though.
It's tough for you guys.
Yeah.
Rookie quarterback is tough, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
That is a tough thing. Like, I watched Luck come in, and it was like, hey, this is your team.
Yep.
Like, this is literally your team. We go how you go, but also you're fresh out of college. This dude's got 4 kids. That is a very, very tough balance. Did you find yourself in that situation at all?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Because you are the face of the program. That is how it goes. Everybody in that building goes how you go. So, like, when you have an opinion, you should not be scared to, say.
Got to.
But got to get it right.
Yeah. Got to. I mean, and most important, got to be yourself.
They're just saying
Yeah.
stuff, Yeah. It has to make sense.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Natural leader, you think? Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just my actions, I don't speak much. I just like to work. I like to do,
How do you feel about JT?
I love JT. Yeah,
We didn't
that's
get to
my guy.
see any of that last year.
That was a bummer.
You and him in the backfield.
I was gonna be scared this year.
Stupid. Yeah. I was trying to get Derrick Henry on the team too this offseason. So it was you, JT, and Derrick Henry in the backfield.
Would have been sweet.
Yeah, that would have been insane.
Yeah, that would have been just.
Exactly.
How many runs we got today? 57. That is literally what we're doing through
Last year, too.
the entire. What's that?
Now, Shane did it last year. I forgot which game, but was it Steelers?
No,
Like
no, I
30
don't think it was the
straight
Steelers.
runs or some shit like that?
I don't
think
think it was
so.
the Steelers.
But we talked about you being talkative kind of with your own team. How are you on the field like game day? You a shit talker with opponents?
No, I don't talk. I just like to play. Now, I feel like if I talk, it'll distract me from what I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay.
But LA game, I was talking a little bit because they were talking a lot to me.
Somebody else
That was
started.
a
Who was
comeback.
talking to you? Who was talking to you? AD?
It was one of their backers. I mean, Arizona said like one or two things to me, but it wasn't like any trash talk.
Yeah, we're trying not to piss him off.
Yeah, I
Either way.
stay away from
So what he did to the
got it
old
now, you
Colts
got it, you got it.
quarterback.
Yeah.
broke
Yeah, you're
both
right,
his
AD,
ankles.
Mr. AD. Yeah, you're right in that entire thing. AR, we're lucky to have you, brother. I can't wait to see what you do this full season. I think all of Indianapolis, as soon as you step on the field, is a buzz. We hit our feet. And before you got here, you should have seen the shit football.
It was terrible.
It was so bad. It was described as the worst football experience in all of the United States of America.
No way.
Was watching the Indianapolis Colts play
It
football.
was what people said.
That's what it was. And then you come in, and I just paid $250,000 for our season tickets that year, so in a suite. And then you come on, and it's like, here we go.
We got to
Finally.
And then
Yeah.
5 weeks.
Yep.
That's all we got. And that means you're ready to explode.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next superstar of the NFL, the next face of the NFL. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Richardson.
You are five.
Appreciate you, man. Hey, I have a question. Will you? Can you throw right now or no?
Yeah. Yeah, of course I can.
There's a Duke. There's a Duke.
Well, if worse was worse, you'll throw this flat too.
Oh, so
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah. Which? Listen, you can throw you can hit or miss, and it'll still hit. Just want to let you. You should have confidence. You already do. You're Anthony Richardson. If you put it into any hole in that net over there, any one of them, we'll give 25 people $500
Jeez.
who repost this on X, say something nice to somebody, and put the easiest way to pay them digitally. That's
How big
all.
his hands are.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, boss, wait,
sure.
just throw, huh?
Throwing an orange.
You're like shooting a tennis ball here, a free throw.
The hell?
This is my first throw in like 3 days.
Okay, hey, don't worry about it.
Nice and easy. Like right
Anywhere you want.
Anywhere I want.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna go over there.
Okay, all right.
That's smart.
Smart quarterback.
Hey, smart play. That's a
Heady
smart
player.
play.
Heady
Nobody's
player.
choosing to do that.
Jeez, so are we
25 people, $500.
are we just putting it in there?
What are we?
Yeah, you can't miss from that close.
Wow.
Hey!
Wow. He's gamer.
I'll tell you what, I did not expect that. I did not. That's the move.
Can't go, bro.
Nobody has done
Can't
that.
go, bro.
Yes.
That's genius.
That was genius. I mean,
Yeah,
nobody
that
has
was
done
genius.
that. Nobody has done that. That's my style. Hey, whatever you need to do. Oh. There's a Duke down there.
Yeah,
It's
that's
flat
why.
as shit, though.
Because it wasn't the Duke.
Yeah, it's flat as hell.
It's Brady.
I kicked that to myself in a game.
Shut up.
Yeah, I kicked that to myself, AR. Yeah, to me. Yeah, onside. Yeah.
Athlete.
Yeah. Had to do it.
Oh.
Oh,
Tell you what, it looks good, though.
If it wasn't flat, that thing was still good.
Yeah, I got you.
check ball.
All right, last one.
Oh, my God.
Holy
Yeah,
cow.
there it is.
Caught
Holy
it. Last
cow.
one.
Yep.
That was a miss.
Absolute heat. Appreciate you, man. We put a bad spot. 4 different balls.
Terrible.
4 different balls.
Figured it out.
Hey, thank you.
Kick that one?
Big balls around here, bub. Yeah, that's what we got, AR. Gonna need that in this life, you know. Hey, appreciate you, dude. Good luck with everything. Family, you guys are the best. Sir, it was great chatting with you at training camp. Good to see you again. Hell yeah, what a team. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Rich.
All right. So Anthony Richardson on Pat McAfee show. A lot of good stuff there, Derek. What were your main takeaways here from what AR had to say? Obviously, it was pretty funny at the end there.
I'm just glad that he didn't miss that first one. I'm just gonna say that if that would have been on live TV, that'd be a whole new meme, and we would not. believe me, the AR haters would definitely have used that in some way, shape, or form. But no, yeah, it's great to always listen to Anthony Richardson. I think a bunch of the couple things with it is, saying that, he feels a lot more comfortable in the offense now, having been in the system now for the whole year now. And, obviously from October to where he is now, hasn't had a ton of time to throw. But remember, he said it took him 4 months to start throwing the football again. And they said it was supposed to be 8. Which is amazing when you think about like just how quickly this guy's body healed from something like that. He healed in half the time, which is absolutely insane. I mean, again, he's only 22 years old. His body is still growing. So I think a lot of people forget that, like, when you have injuries when you're younger, your body tends to naturally it tends to recover a lot quicker because it's still growing, it's still evolving as it goes along. But when you get to be around 30 years old and you have that kind of injury, when your body is not evolving like that, typically that can be a lot worse. So it's good to hear that he's been recovering for a long time now. Said that he was talking with Teddy Bridgewater throughout the offseason, talking about how starting off his career, which I think is great because, Teddy Bridgewater was a guy that, a lot of people had a lot of aspirations for when he first came into the league, was playing some really good football. And then, a bunch of those injuries really started, sidelining him. And, I think he probably definitely did mention a few times like, hey, make sure you're careful with yourself at the same time. You want to be smart in this, but you also want to live up to the hype. And I also love the humbleness of saying, like, when Pat was we've been saying it all off season, Anthony Richardson, Tyrese Halliburton, Caitlin Clark, the 3 Indiana stars, and he, as humble as he is, says, no, I'm up and coming. I'm not like those other two guys. Like they're stars right now. I'm not there yet. I can appreciate the humbleness there.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, just the humbleness, but also the confidence in himself. I think that's what I've always appreciated about him is, it's like sometimes it borderlines cockiness, but I don't think that's a bad thing. He believes in himself, betting on himself, but he's not willing to crown himself. He still feels like he has a lot to accomplish. And obviously being as young as he is, he definitely feels like you can sense that chip on his shoulder that he does have. I found it interesting, Derek. He's up to 255, so he's even a little bit bigger, roughly around the same as he was last year, but kind of still right in that range, which is definitely good as well. And it's really exciting, man. I mean, he just talked about him and JT, what they're going to be as well, on paper, and how excited they're going to be and how scary they're going to be next year, which we've talked about, before, that combination and what that looks like. And just a guy that, Derek, it feels like he just leads by his actions. He's not the biggest speaker, but he said, I'll do it when it's necessary, but he's not the guy that's the big talker. He just go and show you. So definitely great there for Anthony Richardson. So yeah, man, just really excited to see him here in year number 2, and definitely seems like he has the right mindset. And I just love, man, the passion that he showed and what he talked about, where he said, man, when I couldn't play, I was literally like crying, like I was in tears because I love the game so much. And so you just appreciate that from Richardson. And it definitely seems like, Derek, he has the right makeup to be that franchise quarterback. Got the love for the game, got the passion. Obviously he's learned a ton. He's very humble, but very confident in himself, and, can't help but heap praise upon his teammates and his team moving forward. So, man, I'm really excited for what's to come with AR.
Absolutely. And I mean, one last thing with that I kind of caught, or 2 last things that I caught that you haven't already mentioned. Him talking about him and JT this year. Pat said it best, like, we didn't get to see any of that last year. You guys shared only 2 snaps before, that season-ending injury that Anthony Richardson had. Says it's gonna be scary this year. I can't wait. I hope that's true, because if that's true, NFL defenses are going to have a hard time dealing with him. And they were talking about Austin Rivers, how he said, 30 players NBA to the NFL, not NFL to the NBA. And everyone's asking, like, could you play in the NBA? He's like, oh, yeah, I could definitely play if I had an off season to actually prepare for it. It said he could average 11 a game. I could see it. I could 100% see it. Oh, he's 6'4", 255 pounds. He's just as fast as anybody else in the NBA. He's athletic enough for sure. He has he had a 41-inch vert coming out of college. So, he's as athletic as anyone else in the NBA right now. Certainly not as tall as some other guys out there, but I do believe it. I do believe that Anthony Richardson, if you gave a few NFL players an off season to actually improve their game, because we've seen Anthony Richardson play some basketball. There's highlights out there. I could see him getting a couple points in the NBA. I could see it.
Yep. So, guys, that'll do it for this one. Thank you so much for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. And as always, guys, go Colts.